Zainab Ibrahim. My name is Daisy Keiko. And we're here to talk to you about diabetes.
What is diabetes? Diabetes is a disease that occurs when your blood glucose, also called blood sugar, is too high.
To understand the biochemistry of diabetes, I'll give a slight explanation. Glucose is a sugar that contains 6 carbons. Sugar is a source of energy for the body because it is easily broken down. Glucose is too reactive to be stored in the body, so it is stored as glycogen in the liver. Insulin is needed to turn glucose into glycogen. Diabetics who don't have enough insulin can't make glycogen, so they excrete excess sugar in their urine. Symptoms of diabetes include frequent urination, irritability, disproportionate thirst, blurred vision, and unusual weight loss, which is more common among people with diabetes type 1.
There are 2 main types of diabetes.
Type 1 and type 2.
In type 1 diabetes, the immune system attacks the insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas. When this occurs, the pancreas can't produce insulin. Before anyone can get type 1 diabetes, there needs to be some type of genetic background, and although one could live with diabetes with treatment, it is incurable.
Type 2 diabetes is a disorder of a person's metabolism which results into high blood glucose. There are 2 main causes for the high blood glucose: insulin resistance and lack of insulin. Insulin resistance meaning that the body cells aren't responding properly to the insulin that is released. Lack of insulin occurs as the condition continues until the pancreas completely stops producing insulin. Type 2 diabetes, however, can be reversed with changes in diet and eating habits.
Type 1 diabetes is caused due to the loss of the insulin-producing beta cells of the pancreas, leading to insulin deficiency. Research has shown that gliadin, a protein present in gluten, may play a role in the development of type 1 diabetes, but the mechanism isn't fully understood yet. Type 2 diabetes, on the other hand, is caused by insulin resistance. Type 2 diabetes is the most common type of diabetes, as it is also caused by dietary factors. Consumption of high levels of sugar gives an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Other factors, such as lack of exercise, has also been shown to cause diabetes. Diabetes can be diagnosed by an A1C test or a glycated hemoglobin test, a random blood sugar test, or a fasting blood sugar test. This works for both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. An oral glucose tolerance test, however, is specific for type 2 diabetes. Although at-home tests with a blood glucose meter can tell you your sugar level, only a medical professional can diagnose you with diabetes.
Diabetes has harmful effects on multiple body parts.
Diabetes, especially type 1 diabetes, can have very harmful effects on the body. For example, in type 1 diabetes, some effects can be small breathing, which is hyperventilation. It can cause nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain, and lethargy and stupor. Legs and feet get oxygen from blood vessels. If these blood vessels are damaged, foot sores and ulcers can develop and can get so severe to the point where the leg or limb has to be amputated. Although this all sounds quite terrible, there are measures put in place to prevent or control type 2 diabetes, as type 1 diabetes is incurable. Changes in diet, such as increasing the amount of fiber in your diet, eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, and cutting down of saturated fat in particular, and substituting it for unsaturated fat, can prevent and control this condition.
Tokelau, an island country between Hawaii and New Zealand, has the highest diabetic rate in the world, with over 14.5% of its 1,411 inhabitants diagnosed with diabetes.
It is because of its small population in comparison to its high sugar intake that Tokelau has managed to have the highest diabetes prevalence in the entire world. Although many challenges, such as finding a cure for type 1 diabetes, still exist, research towards gliadin and how it could possibly be a key towards the cure for diabetes are being done. Sugar, let's please. We don't want no diabetes. Yeah, yeah.